Taking a look over Whirlwind Stadium here in West Muskingum, it's a battle of 4 and 5s as the Meadowbrook Colts are in town to take on the West Muskingum Tornadoes. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the final week of the regular season of Ohio High School football right here on South 60 Films alongside Ted Snyder. Dylan Kearns with you. Ted, this game, no playoff implications, but an opportunity to finish the year at 500.
Absolutely. Both these teams both play in Region 19. They're both mathematically eliminated. You mentioned the records, my partner. 4 and 5. Both these teams sit. They have equal records in the MVL as well at 3 and 4. So these teams couldn't match up better on paper, and each of them looking for that fifth crucial victory to get to 500 before the season ends.
You could expect a lot of offense here in this one in terms of what both teams have been able to bring so far this year. A couple skill players to watch out for. We've covered West Em a few times this year. We've seen, of course, the talented Carter Smith, Tavin Bennett. We've seen Denty Tyson at times and the speedy Braxton Brownrigg. But on the Meadowbrook side, they got some playmakers of their own. One of the leaders in receptions in the MVL. We got Braylon Lowry, we got Bentley Cedor, and of course the quarterback Michael Ray leading that offense, who leads the team in rushing as well. Yeah,
55 yards a game on the ground for Ray. He's a true dual threat quarterback, so West Muskingum defense going to have their hands full. You mentioned Braylon Lowry, 47 catches and averaging over 62 yards per game coming into tonight, but he can't only concentrate on Lowry because Bentley Cedor can hurt you as well. 35 catches, and he averages over 50 yards a game. So aerial attack for the Meadowbrook Colts is what they're comfortable with. So West Muskingum is going to have to pin their ears back and try to get to the quarterback here tonight.
We expect, as we mentioned, a lot of offense, and it'll be Meadowbrook getting the ball first as they will receive. And we will get to see Aiden Farrell back deep along with Braylon Lowry. Chilly night here at West Muskingum. Finally getting those crisp temperatures we've been waiting all year for.
Sure are. The Colts winners of 3 of their last 4, so they're playing their best football right now. Same can be said for the Tornadoes, winners of 3 of their last 5. And last week we saw West Muskingum fall behind 14-0 after one quarter and then scored 54 unanswered in the final 3 quarters to win that ball game walking away. Last week the Meadowbrook Colts handled a very good Maysville team, 34-26. So very intriguing matchup here tonight.
See Silas Kuhn put toe to rubber. And that one is going to be kicked out of bounds, but there is a whistle with a flag down.
Offsides against West Muskingum.
So West Muskingum starts with an offsides penalty on the kickoff. So that will move them back. I don't think we've seen that all year.
Have not. West Muskingum kicker Silas Kuhn playing his last football game in a Tornado uniform. 2-time MVL Kicker of the Year. He's done a lot of great things for this program, and he's been along for the ride for these past 3 seasons when West Muskingum has really put their stamp on this program.
2 successful onside kicks last week, so definitely a factor in that area as well. Something I know Coach Brownrigg practices, trying to just steal some extra possessions. It worked a few times. Now he's going to kick this one from the 35, and he's going to kick this one deep. He fielded just in front of the 10-yard line, and a big tackle. Amari Harris getting in there.
It was Aiden Farrell who received that kick and was promptly met by Harris. And the Tornadoes coming out with a lot of energy here tonight. They were a little lethargic in the first quarter last week, and then they flipped the switch when the second quarter started and never looked back. I don't think they can afford to have a quarter like that here tonight. They're going to need to put together 4 solid quarters if they want to beat this Colts team.
So we will see this Meadowbrook offense. Starting right on the 20-yard line. Ray takes the snap, fires out left. He goes to his main man. That's Braylon Lowry. Lowry lowering his shoulder. He's got a first down, and a flag comes in. It might be a late hit.
Yeah, these 2 receivers for Meadowbrook, not only skilled, they're very, very big for their position. Braylon Lowry, 5'11", 185-pound senior. who just caught that pass. But Bentley Sedor, who we talked about, 6 feet, 205-pound junior. So with the ball in their hands in space, they could be a load to bring down.
So the drive started at the 20, now up to the 49 as they approach midfield as there's a whistle. A flag thrown.
I think this is procedure. It'll be a false start against the Colts.
So we've seen a lot of laundry so far. We've seen 3 flags on 4 plays. We saw the one kickoff.
Yeah. The Colts really hurried up to the line there and tried to get that snap off before it was even whistled ready for play. And that's what prompted the flag.
So they set up in a pistol formation. This is Ray. He will turn and hand. And getting back to that initial spot, so we see Braden Black with the carry.
Right near midfield, the 49-yard line. The Colts aided by that 15-yard personal foul penalty. Great field position.
Ray fires out left, pass caught. Lowry staying on his feet. He gets to about the 45-yard line. Pretty big gain there on second down.
Absolutely. 4 yards after contact. Took a trio of tornadoes to bring him down. He is a handful.
Third down and 3. It's Michael Ray getting the ball out quickly so far to his skilled players on the outside. He'll motion Blake Lappert as he will give to Aiden Farrell, and he's got enough for a first down. The run, hurry up.
But you can't move before the chains are set.
And it's fired outright. Pass caught. And another flag thrown. That was Bentley Sedor. And a quick holding call.
Holding against the offense. That's going to back Meadowbrook up.
So they've tried to go up-tempo twice, and both times have been bitten by a penalty. So that will set them back here as they retry a first down and 20.
Lowry isolated to the bottom of your screen by himself on the wide side of the field.
They will hand it off to Farrell, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. A swarm of tornadoes in there making the stop.
A great pursuit by the West Muskingum defense. And that's going to put the Colts in a third and very long.
I believe it is second down.
I believe it is too. The down marker is incorrect. It's 2nd and 19.
Here comes a little dump-off pass with room to run. Across about the 40-yard line, as that is Blake Lappert. We've seen him in motion a couple times. 5'10", 210. Is his weight? It's a pretty big size wide receiver.
And he remains down on the ground. Quickly back to his feet. Not sure if a timeout was called there or not, partner. But play has been stopped.
I think they were ready to call one for an injury, and then he just popped right back up. So right when you thought. But a big gain on the screen pass. So it'll bring up a 3rd and 12. Still a long situation, this offense. I'm sure they're fine in the long distance. They can throw the ball a lot better than some teams in the MVL. Michael Ray, 10 seconds on the play clock. And look to the sideline, and that clock's going to wind. They'll have to call timeout.
Timeout is called by Meadowbrook.
Yeah, Meadowbrook coach Steve Norman not happy at all after a stoppage in play to have to burn a timeout on 3rd and short. And they can they continue to line up Lowry by himself, whether it's the wide side of the field or the boundary side, and it really forces the hand of the Tornado defense to make a decision whether you want to commit a safety to that side, which is going to create a numbers advantage for yourself on the other side. So something to keep an eye on. They've rotated Braxton Brownrigg and Hayden Wakefield as the corners covering Lowry, but Tavin Bennett has been nearby for support from his safety position. It's going to be Brownrigg lined up across from Lowry here on this snap.
That's speed on speed.
Yes, sir.
Brownrigg, one of the fastest players in the MVL. So you see Ray take the snap. Fires out right. High pass, but it's able to be brought in over there. That is caught by Cedar.
Yeah, that's a really hard throw to make. We're going to get another look at it right here. This is a long throw for a high school quarterback to make over top of a defender. I mean, just an outstanding throw. That ball couldn't have been placed any better.
Michael Ray, only a junior, 6'3" quarterback. It's been impressive so far in this one. Here on this opening drive, 4th and 5, taking a lot of time off the clock. Ray feels the pressure, rolls out right. He's got some room to run, and he's going to get enough for the first down. So great wheels, we mentioned, leads the team in rushing. And here he is improvising on a 4th down and able to pick up the first down.
You got to be conscious of his legs. If you're the Tornado defense, 55 yards per game he averages with his legs.
So they try hurry up again. This will be a give. Good running room there. Getting a big carry there is Aiden Farrell.
This first quarter's looking a lot like our first quarter a week ago.
Yeah.
Where the Tornado defense is just getting gashed for chunk plays, and then we said it, they flipped the switch beginning in the second quarter a week ago, but you're up against a completely different animal here tonight. This Meadowbrook team can score.
They go right back to, this time it is Braden Black on the carry. Not much there, maybe a few yards. Did you say they're in field goal range here?
You never know. I'm not sure what their place kicking situation is.
So it is a 1st down and 10. He was able to get the first down. As there we see Black on the carry again.
Not much room on that carry for Black.
Don't have the best angle of the down marker from this side of the field.
Appears to be 2nd down and 7.
So he picked up 3. Ball's right on the 10.
It's probably going to be 4 down territory if they don't convert this first down, I would assume, and in this type of field position.
Ray throws out to Black. Black with a little spin move, but he loses yards there.
Great tackle in the backfield by Carter Smith. Open field tackle. Definitely saves some yards, potentially a first down, and that's going to put them in a 3rd and 9 situation.
So they lose 2 yards there. 12 to go for the first, or rather 12 to go to the end zone, 9 to go for the first. They've converted 2 3rd downs here on this drive, and also a 4th down. This will be a handoff to Black. Black shifting his way forward, and he's going to be brought down. I think they will be content with 3.
I don't know. I think that play call leads me to believe they
set up the pass here on
intend to go
down.
for it on 4th down. If you're going to run the ball on 3rd and 9, I think you have every intention on going for it on 4th.
Now they only need 5 yards for the first down, 8 to the touchdown. Ray, the quarterback, motions a receiver. Play action, looks left. Pass is tipped and incomplete. So a big stop by this West End defense after giving up many chunk plays on the drive. They're able to get him off the field.
Trying to see who it was who tipped that football for West Muskingum. Cooper McKenzie.
Get those hands up.
Yep, defensive specialist. Constantly making plays on that side of the football is Cooper McKenzie. And that was a big one right there. Saved his team from a deficit of 6-0.
So now even with the stop, bad field position for the Tornadoes. That's the benefits of going for it on 4th down, even if you don't get it. This will be a handoff to the tailback. That is, I believe, Tyson on the carry.
It was exclusively Dente Tyson a week ago. First time we covered West Muskingum earlier in the year, it was exclusively Amari Harris. Last week, it was Dente Tyson all the way, and he carried the load. Put the ball on the ground a couple of times, but
he did.
Was very successful in churning out some yards.
Noah Morrison throws his first pass of the ball game. Incomplete, looking for Tavin Bennett. Morrison, very impressive a week ago.
Yeah.
On the road in Coshocton, faced some adversity down 14. And we mentioned rattled off 54 consecutive points. So
yeah, he's just a sophomore, and he's going to get better and better with playing experience. His decision-making, his confidence, none of that is in question. He's going to need reps, and once he gets those varsity reps under his belt, he's going to be dangerous.
Here's Morrison again, blown up in the backfield.
Yes, he was.
Getting in on the sack is Cooper McManaway. The senior D lineman coming in and blowing up Morrison. A big stop on 3rd down, and it's a punt situation for the Tornadoes.
Yeah, they sacked Morrison back inside the 5-yard line, so Tornado special teams unit's going to have to be on their A game right here. This has to be a clean snap, clean execution of the kick. A lot can go wrong back here, trying to punt from the shadow of your own goal line.
And that will be booted to about the 35. I believe he touched it. That's a live ball. Falling on it about the 47-yard line, and it's Tornado football.
Yes, he did. He ran up, was Aiden Farrell. He ran up and tried to catch this football on the run and misjudged it. You're going to see for yourself right here. Right through the hands.
Yeah, it was just a lack of concentration there. Tried to run before he caught the ball. It did touch his hand, so that's the right call on the field. As now the Tornadoes are set up with good field position on their second drive of the game.
The Tornadoes need to take advantage of that miscue.
So right when you get a big stop with a sack on this Meadowbrook defense on the opening drive, kind of shoot themselves in the foot with a special teams error.
So we have a penalty marker.
After the ball was recovered by West Muskingum's number 20, senior Ashton Ansel. First down, Tornadoes.
So the penalty was against West Muskingum, and that will back them up 10 yards.
And now they're moving the ball.
Yeah, he's moving the ball the wrong way, I believe.
If they called it on Ansel.
Correction, the penalty was against the return team.
Okay. Correction, the penalty was against the return team, Meadowbrook, which now makes more sense why they moved the football that direction.
So now the Tornadoes in positive field position. They were just sacked on the 2. Now they have the ball beyond the 40. There's a handoff. Dente Tyson making a few men miss. He's brought down about the 31. Big gain on first down.
Very promising backfield the Tornadoes have for the future. A pair of sophomores.
Yeah.
Noah Morrison and Dente Tyson.
Morrison's legs work too. We saw him last week with a rushing touchdown. He just motioned Tavin Bennett on the head. This might be a give. And actually it'll be a handoff to Tyson. And there's another flag. We've seen a lot of laundry here in this first quarter.
Yeah, we have. I think this was going to be a hold against the Tornadoes, and it is.
It's a 7th penalty in just the first 8 minutes of this game. So pretty even on both sides, where the penalties have been called, too.
So that 10 yards is going to be marked off from the spot of the violation. It's going to put the Tornadoes in a 2nd and 15 situation.
After the penalty, Second down and 14 for West Muskingum.
So 2nd and 14. There's Tyson again. Tornadoes trying to use this run game as it gets to about the 36-yard line.
Nice 5-yard gain on that play, right through the middle. You see Tyson right up in the scrum there.
Feels like they're running to set up the play action. I think they're taking a deep shot here. You've noticed so far this year with Morrison, a lot of his passes are rollouts. He's rolling out to the right or left, and then he looks for a receiver downfield. This 3rd down, he does the same thing. Fires, rolls out right, feels pressure, throws incomplete. Throws it right into the Meadowbrook bench. Another big stop from the Colt defense.
Yeah, moving the pocket's a great way to protect a young quarterback, and you're right, they do that quite often. A couple of times a week ago, he found Braxton Brownrigg on those rollouts, and when Braxton Brownrigg gets the ball in his hands in the middle of the field, look out.
And a new punting situation. Watch for the fake here. This is not Carter Smith. And they will just punt this one away. It'll check up and take a Meadowbrook bounce. Feel about the 17-yard line. So interesting to switch punters there. Carter Smith with a good boot on his last one. Maybe just to give him a breather before he can come out and play some defense. Because he even had Brownrigg as the up back there. So this speed, you never know. Get him to the outside and create some trickeration. Maybe that was just a disguise for later in the game. So 3:45 to play, scoreless, but offensives have been able to move the ball. See Michael Ray and company. This will be a handoff. Black, blown up. Not much running room.
Thrown down by Carter Smith, gain of 1, 2nd down, 9.
So now a little bit of confusion. That play clock, about 10 seconds right now. Taking a while to get the play in. They might have to burn another timeout. 5 seconds on the play clock. Ray out of shotgun. He gets it off. Fires right. Leads his receiver. And it's a pretty big gain on the screen pass. That is Jacob Burris. First time we've called his number tonight. Brings it to about the 31. Still short of the 1st down. So now it's 3rd and 2. Colts going fast. Handoff. He's got enough.
You know, the Colts passing game has been exclusively screens in this first quarter, and it makes me wonder if the more aggressive that West Muskingum defense gets towards the line of scrimmage, they might try to hit something over the top. They might be setting something up with this series of screen passes here in the first quarter. Here's another one.
Black checks out. This is Lowry. Lowry to the outside, using his speed, lowers the shoulder. Big hit on the sideline as he sends Hayden Wakefield flying to his fanny.
Hayden Wakefield on the tackle.
So another big gain on 1st down. I think this Meadowbrook offense has been having their way with the West MD.
It's pretty clear what they want to do, what they want their offensive identity to be. They just want to get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quickly, get it in the hands of their skill position players out in space, and let them make plays in a one-on-one situation.
2nd down and 3. There's a handoff, dodging a few tacklers, and there's Carter Smith, his signature swing tackle as he brings down Aiden Farrow.
Yeah, Carter Smith, 6'4" junior. Hard to believe he's got another year left to play. His 3rd year at the varsity level.
So 3rd down and 3. Ray takes the snap. Pressure in his face, rolling out right. He's got great wheels. And he's able to dodge Carter Smith, and he gets out of bounds. Second time we've seen him move the chains with his legs, this time past the 45, as it's another first down for the Colts.
Yeah, very rarely is Carter Smith not going to make this tackle. You see right there, Ray just gives him a little hesitation and is able to get around him.
I feel like you had a move like that in your day.
Far from it.
So second first down of this drive. Colts moving the ball again here. This is a pitch ball on the ground, and it's still on the ground, and it's going to be turned over. In with the ball is Hayden Wakefield. So once again, once something positive happens for this Colts team, they put the ball on the ground and turn it over.
You didn't get another look at it right there. It almost looked like the ball might have traveled forward. They called it a fumble on the field. That's what they're going to have to stick with. The way he tossed that ball laterally, it could have been an incomplete pass if we had replay at this level, but we don't.
I think just the play design in general, you're going for a toss. It wasn't like a jet sweep or anything where you felt like it could have been 50-50, so I just assumed that it was a toss play. Here's Morrison. Morrison spins out of a sack, but no, he can't get past the second one.
Yeah, the pass rush of the Colts is getting to Morrison very quickly.
Bentley Cedor in there. That's 2 sacks now.
So what we thought we would have an explosion of offense has turned into a defensive stalemate here in the first quarter.
It has. 5 wide for the Tornadoes. Morrison fires across the middle, blown up. Brownrigg hit hard, incomplete.
That was excellent defensive timing by Michael Ray. Quarterback on offense playing safety on defense, and he timed that up perfectly. He met the football at Braxton Brownrigg and dislodged it.
It was a good pass by Morrison, put it right on his receiver, but he also let him take a shot. So 3rd and 18 now. Morrison takes a snap, pressure again. He'll just have to throw this one away, and he does. It did get back to the line of scrimmage, so no grounding there. I tell you what, when Meadowbrook pins their ears back and goes after the quarterback, they get home.
They sure do. We mentioned the record coming in 4-5 overall, but they've won 3 of their last 4, and in those 4 games, the Colts have averaged over 30 points, and those 3 wins were against John Glenn, Coshocton, and Maysville. So they're really playing their best football of the season right now. Same can be said for West Muskingum. Averaged over 35 points in their last 5 games.
So punting situation on this 4th and 18. And this will be pinned. And I think they're calling it a touchback.
They are indeed.
Yeah, it was a touchback. So it was very close. Almost like they pinned that one down to the 1. But instead, the ball will be brought out. And we'll see which one of these teams wants to score first.
Yeah. Just 31 seconds remain here in the first quarter. Very surprised to have a scoreless game here. Some really big games going on around the area as well. None bigger than the one at the Rock between Sheridan and New Lexington. You know, this region these two teams play in, Region 19, historically the last several years, Harvest Prep and Fairland have been mainstays at the top of that region. They're both mathematically eliminated this year, so it's kind of a bizarre season in Region 19. West Muskingum, Fairland, Harvest Prep, all not going to be in the playoffs, and those are 3 teams that were really hard to knock out the last couple years.
And I believe Farrell just put this ball on the ground. And they're calling it a turnover.
Wow.
So 3 turnovers in the first quarter here from this Meadowbrook offense. We saw the punt that was touched, and then we saw 2 running back fumbles. So again, West Muskingum gifted positive field position. They haven't been able to take advantage of it yet.
So that's the 3rd turnover in the first quarter for the Colts. 2 on offense, 1 on special teams. And West Muskingum has got to start taking advantage of these mistakes. They're gifted field position at the 25-yard line of Meadowbrook.
22 seconds before the quarter break. Pass out right, caught by Carter Smith. He's got some speed to the outside, and he's going to be brought down. That is a first down. And I think Coach Brownrigg said, let's get the ball in the hands of our playmaker.
Absolutely. You got Carter Smith and Tavin Bennett, two of the biggest, most skilled receivers in the MVL. Just get them the football any way you can.
So it's now 1st and goal for the Tornadoes. Tyson, the lone tailback. And they will give to him. He's got a little crease up front, and I think he's going to be short of the end zone. And that will take us to the end of 1. So West Muskingum threatening now. They forced 3 turnovers despite giving up some big chunk plays in the first quarter. They are knocking on the doorstep of the end zone. So that'll do it for quarter number 1 here at Whirlwind Stadium. Still scoreless. We'll be back with quarter number 2. You're watching OHSA football right here on South 60 Films. Back for quarter number 2. West M's got the ball on the 2. They will turn around and give to Tyson. Makes a juke, leans forward, and he's into the end zone. So it's the Tornadoes striking first as Dente Tyson gets into the end zone.
We finally got some points on the board. The first snap of the second quarter is a touchdown for Dente Tyson and the West Muskingum Tornadoes. Silas Kuhn will attempt to add the PAT.
Snap good, hold good, kick is good. He missed, what, 2 or 3 of them a week ago?
Yeah, he rarely misses a PAT, but yeah, he missed a couple a week ago. He knocks that one through. 7-0 Tornadoes.
So it feels like Meadowbrook's had control of this game, but it's just the turnovers that have costed them. They're lucky it's only costed them 7 points. So some ball security issues so far in this one. We'll try to right that wrong. They've been able to get first downs at a premium so far.
Silas Cooney kick formation. Lowry and Farrell back from Meadowbrook.
You think he tries the onside kick here?
We saw it twice a week ago.
Yeah.
And one of the 2 was successful. This doesn't look like that type of formation.
He will kick this one deep, and it's very deep. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, that ball landed in the end zone. A big kick, especially on a cold night. Getting to week 10. So hard to believe the high school football season, it just flies by each and every year.
Yep. I mean, Kuhn, that's got to be some adrenaline there.
Yeah.
Final home game. Been kicking forever here. It's a fantastic boot. So now it's on the 20 for Meadowbrook. Curious to see if Michael Ray gets his legs going a little bit. He's looked great on his 2 runs.
They're going to send Lowry by himself. on the short side of the field. Be man-to-man coverage with Braxton Brownrigg, single high safety. Dangerous situation.
And there are those legs. Ray gets a couple yards there on first down.
Brought down by Harris and Ansel.
Ashton Ansel, Omari Harris combined for the stop. Ashton Ansel, one of many seniors playing his last game in a Tornado uniform tonight, along with Braxton Brownrigg, Tevin Bennett, Silas Kuhn, Cade Porter.
And they will go ahead and hand off to Black.
Black on the carry.
About 4 yards on that gain. Sorry, just about 2. Looked like more. It had that second effort, but the whistle did blow a little bit early there.
I felt the same, partner. I thought it was the whistle was a little premature.
So 3rd down and 6. Ray looking right, fires right, high pass picked off by Bennett. Bennett's got it at the 40, a spin move. He's still on his feet, makes a juke, and he is brought down about the 22-yard line. So 4th turnover here by Meadowbrook as that ball just sailed on Ray.
You know, some extracurricular activities after the play as well. Not sure who this is going to be on, but I'm going to get a second look right there. You see Tevin Bennett just playing center field. He was eyeballing the quarterback the whole way as Ray telegraphed where he was going to go with that football from the snap. Tevin Bennett able to read the eyes of Ray and be in the right place at the right time. Officials having a discussion here. It's going to be a personal foul. I'm not sure if it's one team or offsetting penalties. It's going to be a dead ball. The official indication here.
Personal foul against the offense. Personal foul against the defense.
So it is the offsetting variety. Personal foul on both teams. So the ball will remain at the 22-yard line where Bennett's progress was stopped. Outstanding field position once again for the Tornadoes to start this drive, aided by yet another Colt turnover, 4th of the game.
Every single one of the turnovers has put them in positive field position. Even on the punt, it was the extracurricular activity that moved it another 15 into positive territory. So here we see a little pitch to Braxton Brownrigg, and he is brought down. He had Carter Smith in the backfield there.
Line Carter Smith up in the Wildcat formation. He just a little pop pass to Brownrigg. Only netted 2 yards. 2nd down and 8 for the Tornadoes.
So now a pistol set. You can expect to see Tyson here. And they will give to him. He's got space to the right. And he is brought down with more flags.
Yeah, it's a long, action's a long way from where we are, but that looked like a horse collar tackle from where I'm sitting.
Thought the same thing.
And the way the Tornado fans reacted.
Take another look.
It looked like he had his hand on the back of the shoulder pads and drug him down. And they are walking it forward, so never saw an official indication.
No.
But
so it'll be 1st and goal on the 5. Morrison with a little jet sweep action, and it goes to Carter Smith, and he's into the end zone. So Smith strikes on the jet sweep. Great play call there by Coach Brownrigg.
Yeah, no chance for the Meadowbrook defender, which was Jacob Burris, trying to make this play on his own. You can see he thought he had an angle right here, and Carter Smith just cuts back. There was just no good angle to take there. Carter Smith was destined to score that touchdown from the beginning of that play. And now West Muskingum creates a 2-score buffer, 13-0. Could make it 14 here with the PAT.
And that's up and good. So 14-0 the score. You know, Meadowbrook got the ball to start the game, too. They went all the way down the field. They got to about the 5-yard line, and then they couldn't convert. And then their first defensive series, they got a sack and pinned them at the 2. So you would think with that, maybe you're able to capitalize on a situation, but it's been self-inflicted wounds with either penalties or turnovers so far by this Colts team.
So after a sluggish start defensively, Tornadoes have been able to turn this game around a lot quicker than they were a week ago. They fell behind 14-0 before turning it on. Now they enjoy a 14-0 lead just 2 minutes into the second quarter. And the Colts committing 4 turnovers in the first 14 minutes of this game.
You can have some success
not a
on
good,
the other side.
Not a good recipe to win a football game.
This one kicked on the ground. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. So Kuhn has put him on the 20 every time.
I think if the Tornadoes score or force a defensive stop here and go up 3 scores, we might see Brownrigg try to attempt an onside kick and try to gain an extra possession before halftime.
He might. He could double. He could triple dip, really. You score, you get the extra possession, and then you get the ball at half. This is a big offensive series for the Colts. They've turned it over each of the last 3 times. There's a first down carry. As McManaway.
His first carry of the game, I believe.
Yeah. Well, when your 2 running backs put it on the ground, you can expect to see another name in there.
Good point, partner.
McManaway stays in here on the 2nd down and 7. Ray looks to the right, fires right. Low pass, but is brought in.
That's Seedor on the catch right there.
A positive gain for Bentley Seedor.
That's going to be
move the chains.
Yeah, enough for first down yardage. Seemed like the Colts have been able to move the chains a couple times before they self-destruct.
And another screen pass incomplete.
Right off the chest of Lowry. Probably not going to see him drop many footballs. But that one hit him right in the middle of the chest, and he was unable to catch that one.
Seems like whenever they get a positive gain, they want to go up-tempo. Keep them right on their toes. So 4 wide now. 2nd down and 10. Ray gives to Farrell.
Some hard hitting going on down there at the point of attack. You can really hear the pads popping from where we are up here in the press box, as these 2 4 and 5 teams playing for some pride here tonight. There will be no week 11 for either one of these teams, but they're laying it all out here in week 10.
3rd down and 6. So he will motion a receiver. 4 seconds on the play clock. Ray able to get it off. Feels pressure. Throws across the middle. Blown up. But able to hold on to it. The catch right there is Seedor.
Yeah, that was a world-class catch after the contact from Carter Smith, who timed that one up perfectly.
It's 4th and 1 now. If he doesn't drop that, maybe you have to think about punting. Watch for the QB run as Coach Brownrigg calls timeout.
Yeah, great timeout by Coach Brownrigg. A lot of confusion going on right there. You want to get your defense settled. Colts are going to go for this 4th and 1 inside their own 40-yard line. A big opportunity for your team to make a big defensive stop.
We want to remind you tonight's broadcast brought to you by the Community Bank. Now's the perfect time to join the Go Local movement by banking locally with the Community Bank. Also, Fink's Harley-Davidson, live to ride, ride to live. Fink's quality cars and RVs, quick as a wink, deal with Fink. And Fink's easy leasing and rental. So 8:06 here in the second quarter. We talked about it off air. We can expect two teams that throw the ball a lot. It's not going to be a fast-moving game.
No.
So here we are on 4th and 1. Could watch for a read option here. And it is. Quarterback calling his own number. Got the first down, goes Ray at the 45. So it seems like when they get in the short yardage, they kind of have that Notre Dame offense approach of running the Riley Leonard a year ago.
Yeah.
So ball in the 45. They go up tempo again. This is McManahan. And he's got a big gain. He shot out of nowhere. Got to about 8-yard gain there.
A very good gain on first down. Has the playbook wide open on 2nd and 2. I think they're going to get a 12th man on the field.
They do. McManaway got the first down.
Yep, the Colts caught the Tornadoes substituting. And you can see right there, number 4 for West Muskingum, Dente Tyson, trying to rush off the field, was unable to do so before the snap. So that's going to be illegal substitution against West Muskingum and a free first down for Meadowbrook.
So they'll spot the ball, I think about the 43. Say the 42.
Now the official's in a discussion with head coach Steve Norman, wanting to know if he wants to decline that penalty, which he will. The result of the play was equal or better than the 5 yards would have been given from the penalty yardage.
Yeah, McManaway got a big gain enough to get the first down. So now 3 wide for the Colts. We'll turn around and hand it off. This is Black. He's got nowhere to go. So 2nd down and 10. Ray rolls out right. Eyes downfield, fires low. He was trying to go to Jacob Burris. Could not complete it. The tight window in that zone coverage. Couldn't fit it in there. So 3rd and 10, obvious passing situation, you'd think. Ray, all day to throw. He's going to use his legs. He's got to pass the 40, and he is...
That's going to be close.
Enough for a first down. So he's gotten 4 first downs with his legs now. That's definitely something to keep in mind.
And that wasn't a design run. He was looking downfield. Just nobody could create any separation. So he took it upon himself, and really impressed with the athletic ability of Michael Ray, who is just a junior, so he will be back next year.
There's a run by Black, about the 28. So the Tornadoes sub, that's usually a time they go up tempo. Just 6 minutes to halftime. I'm sure Meadowbrook's in no hurry to go down and score.
Yeah, this drive a little more methodical.
Yeah.
Not as much tempo involved.
Pressure from the left. No, he doesn't even see it. Coming in on the sack, it's Cohen McConnell. Ray is blown up about the 39.
Yeah, he just simply did not see or feel that pressure from his backside. We're going to go into a look right here as he is exclusively eyeing ball on the right side of the field. And you see McConnell come from the backside and make the sack, and that's a big loss for Meadowbrook. It's going to put them, it's like about a 3rd and 14.
Ray takes the snap, pressure in his face, fires, pass complete. This is Cedor. Cedor across the 30, dodges a defender. He's got the first down across the 20. Great run after catch there by Bentley Cedor.
Mentioned it pregame, these two guys in tandem are very dangerous. You cannot just focus on Lowry or Cedor. Both can hurt you with yards after the catch, as they've shown here in the first half tonight. That's just devastating for a defense to give up a long run after the catch like that on 3rd and 14.
Especially when you're in position for a tackle. He just made you miss.
Absolutely.
That's just talent on talent there. So 1st down and 10, ball's on the 18. Just over 4 minutes before the half. Ball's on the ground again, and this time Ray's able to fall on it. That's the 5th time ball has been on the ground. We've seen an interception, we've seen 3 fumbles, and now almost another near disaster.
You get into this part of the season, the temperatures get cold, the football gets cold, and it gets slippery when it gets cold. If anybody's ever handled a football in cold weather, it gets really slippery.
Ray rolling out right. Looking end zone, and he's just going to run out of bounds. I think he's maybe got a yard or 2 there. Tough to see.
Tackled by Carter Smith.
So they are going to move it a little bit.
Brings up 3rd down and 12.
3rd and 12 now. They've been able to convert on 3rd downs, more specifically 3rd and longs on this drive. Here's Ray. Rolling right, keeping his eyes downfield. He's going to fire one up for the back of the end zone, and it is off the fingertips of Bennett. He was out of bounds regardless. So it is incomplete. Ray a little bit slow to get up. Took a shot on that pass he threw deep.
This Meadowbrook will most likely attempt to go for this 4th down here. Probably a little out of field goal range. And they are lining up to go for this one.
10 seconds on the play clock. Ray, a little reverse, and they're going to pass back to the left side. He's got a wide open receiver, and he's brought down. I don't know if it's enough.
Whew, that's going to be close.
So it was not enough. Great play design there as it was into the hands of Aiden Farrell.
Yeah, great discipline from West Muskingum to maintain your discipline on the weak side. And it's easy to flow towards the direction of the football.
So here come the Tornadoes, 3:42 before half. They do get ball at halftime with a 14-point lead right now. I think the offensive playbook's wide open here. Just trying to get points. 3 wide for the Tornadoes. They'll hand to Tyson. Tyson blown up. Keeping the legs moving.
Brought down by Black. Gain of 2, 2nd down, 8.
So I think they're content with letting this clock tick. Wasting that play clock all the way down. Just under 10 seconds with 3 minutes remaining. Morrison fires out left. Pass caught by Carter Smith. Smith staying on his feet, but tackled about the 20. Tell you what, he was about a shoestring away from potentially breaking that all the way.
Yeah, great tackle out there by a pair of Meadowbrook Colts. You're going to see right there combine on the tackle. McManaway was one of the two on the scene. Carter Smith, not an easy player to get to the ground.
He's fast and powerful.
Yes, he is.
And he's shifty. Get all three of those, and like you said, tough to bring down. Colts showing blitz. They get in the backfield, but a flag is down. Might have been offsides. I think he timed it just a little bit early. In fact, I think they might call a hold here. And they do. So that much pressure, still getting a holding call and still blowing up the backfield. I tell you what, when Meadowbrook pins their ears back, they've been able to get home and get into the backfield.
Yeah, when they send a blitzer, they're very strategic about it, and they're rarely touched on their way to the quarterback. The design of their blitzes is fantastic.
The only problem with that is if you blitz and they roll out right, you're screwed. So a team that primarily when they throw the ball, they like to move the line a little bit. Could have some mismatches downfield in those scenarios.
They're just letting this play clock all the way down to call a timeout.
So they're going to elect a punt here. Meadowbrook still with 2 timeouts. They had to burn one earlier with the play clock expiring inside the West End territory early in the first quarter. But other than that, they still got 2 of them. Under 2 minutes here. High-flying passing offense. I don't think they're worried about the clock too much here.
I don't think so either. And they're going to get outstanding field position if they're able to field this ball cleanly. They continuously put the football on the turf here tonight. So as long as they can field this punt, even with no return, they should be around midfield. But if they could get some kind of return here, they could set themselves up in a real nice situation.
Carter Smith, the punter now. He's the long-distance punter. And he's going to just wave that one off. Good boot.
Yeah, that's as good as you could hope for if you're West Muskingum. He put enough airtime underneath of it that his team could get down there, and there was no chance of a return on that punt.
That clock continued to tick. That's great discipline from West End, too. Not just touching it when they know the ball's not going to run. They want every second to go off. So 36-yard line, rather 37, that's where we will see this Meadowbrook Colts offense.
And I'd be prepared for tempo once again if I'm the Tornadoes defensively.
It's a good call. It's worked so far. Not afraid to use it. They've obviously practiced it.
They really spread the field from boundary to boundary as well as any team.
Quick screen pass out to the right is caught by Cedor. Cedor with a stiff arm. And he is pushed out of bounds by Carter Smith. So the clock stops, but not too much of a big gain there on first down as Cedor only gets a few yards. I didn't see a second go off the play clock.
Yeah, they didn't run the game clock during that play at all.
Yeah, thinking it might be 1:39. It did not tick at all, so a big break for the Colts here. And a false start.
Two-step forward and one step back. The Colts continuously shooting themselves in the foot here with penalties, with turnovers. You set yourself behind the chains over and over and over and commit turnovers, it's an uphill climb.
Here's Ray rolling left. Looking left, firing, pass caught.
Great catch.
The 38-yard line is that is Jacob Burris.
You see it right here. You see a little bit of a low pass, but Burris able to haul that in with ease. As He's got some really talented receivers with good hands.
Third down and 9.
So still only 1:34 to play here on this third down. So timeout called by Meadowbrook. That play clock was expiring.
Crucial third down for the Colts. I don't think they're in the type of field position to go for this one if they don't make this third down. You'd be risking another tornado score if you give them possession inside your own territory. Now they prefer the screen game. They haven't had much success throwing down the field. The one time he did, it was intercepted by Bennett.
It's kind of just get the ball in the hand of the playmakers and let them do their thing. Third and 9. It's over 90 seconds to play. Ray fires one up. Pass caught Cedar, and he's out of bounds. So he's got the first down beyond the 50.
That throw was world class right there. I don't know if we're going to get another look right there, but that throw was in between two tornadoes. Right in between Hayden Wakefield and Cohen McConnell, who had bracket coverage on Cedar.
We've seen a couple times, like he's fired him right into the zones. That far pass across the 40 on one of the drives in the first quarter was nice. Here's a quick screen pass out left. This is Lowry. Lowry across the 40 and out of bounds. So another big gain, 116.
Meadowbrook's score here before halftime could really change the tenor of this game heading into the locker room. Momentum is real, and the Colts looks like they're hoping to ride that into the locker room. But time is ticking still. Just 1:16 remaining.
Only got one timeout. Here's second and inches. Firing out to his right, and that's incomplete. Just way over the head of Bentley Cedar.
Third down and short.
So third and short. Do you run a run play here and then get set quick? Just try to get that yard?
I wouldn't rule it out. Still a minute 13 remaining in the second quarter. Plenty of time for an offense that prefers to play fast anyway.
Maybe you run the quarterback to the left side and get him out of bounds. Here's Ray. He's going to improvise. Stepping up, feeling the pressure, and he's got the first down, but he takes a shot and stays in bounds, so that clock's going to tick. It's enough for a first down.
Ashton Ansel on the stop for West Muskingum. And the Colts will go fast. There again.
Quick throw out left. This is Lowry one-on-one. Big hit by Carter Smith.
Carter Smith letting out all his frustration on Lowry right there on that tackle. Both wearing number 1 for their respective teams.
And here is a quarterback run. Here's Ray. You can see he stays on his feet. He's across the 20. Ray to the end zone. Touchdown Colts.
That was all effort from Michael Ray right there. He was dead to rights. We're going to get another look right here. He was dead to rights right here. But he says, no, no, no. And he spins out of it and wins the race to the end zone. And that's 6 points the Colts desperately needed, partner. And I told you, a score right there could change the tenor of this game going forward.
So now an important extra point. So we see Haley Arnold. And her kick is up and good.
That's a whole new game now. As we can look back to that 3rd and 10 conversion when Meadowbrook was back inside their own territory on that drive and converted a big 3rd and 10. Michael Ray to Bentley Seedor. The key play of the game up till now for the Meadowbrook Colts.
Air horns and similar devices are not permitted at High School Athletic Association events.
Now there's a warning about an air horn. And they just play a little bit louder. How about that? And another time. 24 seconds before the half. You kind of think West Em just runs it out here, takes it to the locker room, get the ball at halftime. It all depends on the kick.
And, you know, you got some dangerous return men back there on the back line for West Muskingum. Carter Smith, Braxton Brownrigg, along with Grady Dollings.
Haven't called his name yet.
Any of those three can take a kick the distance if you don't play it correctly and maintain lane discipline.
And Brownrigg just falls on this one. Just close to the 30-yard line. 23 seconds. You do have a timeout. Maybe you take a couple shots.
I think that squib kick was by design to keep the ball out of the hands of the deep return men of West Muskingum.
So here comes Morrison and company. Takes the snap, fires one deep right, looking for Bennett, and incomplete. Almost intercepted. You saw Aiden Farrell there. With 18 seconds to go before half.
That answers your question, partner. They're not going to sit on the football. They're going to attack downfield with just 20 seconds remaining. A little surprising. It's usually not a risk Coach Brownrigg is going to take, especially with a lead.
Throw is tipped at the line. So now, on 3rd down, there's still a timeout for Meadowbrook. You can't just run the ball here.
If you don't convert, the Colts can use that final timeout and at least force you to punt the ball. And you never know what can happen on special teams.
You could also say that either way. We've seen him put it on the ground. Could set up Silas Kuhn for a little 3 points before halftime. They got 2 wide to the left. And they'll give it to Denty Tyson. He's tackled about the 41.
Coach Steve Norman for the Meadowbrook Colts was right beside the official and got that timeout immediately. So there's 8 seconds remaining. For a team that's turned the ball over 4 times in one half, find themselves just a score behind. Pretty remarkable the Colts were able to weather that storm and stay in this ball game, both mentally and on the scoreboard.
I see what you did there. Weather the storm, the tornado.
Yeah.
They're definitely not evacuating. They're staying in for this one.
Yeah.
So 1-score game, 8 seconds to go. So now an odd formation, as we're going to see Carter Smith just run and throw it complete to Brownrigg. And he's got 1 second on the clock. I think he did get out of bounds.
Interesting play call. Coach Brownrigg pulling out all the stops here on week 10.
So he did not get out of bounds, and Coach Brownrigg just called timeout. So, interesting development here with 1 second before the half. Maybe you load it up for the end zone or try a little flea flicker action.
I think maybe a hook and ladder type play would be more suitable. I don't think Morrison has the arm strength to get this ball, close enough to the end zone to make a play on it down there. But you could throw something in the middle of the field and make a pitch or something.
I think Carter Smith has to touch this football.
I agree.
He's got the speed. He could run away from anything.
He's a big play waiting to happen.
Could just be a simple screen pass to him. Ball just beyond the 50. 1 second to go before halftime. Morrison takes the snap, pressure in his face, rolls left, loads it up, fires left, and that pass is incomplete. He was trying to go to Ashton Ansel, but it falls to the turf. And like you said, partner, that touchdown by the Colts right in this one. 14-7 your score at the half. West Em will receive the second half kickoff, but that'll do it for the first half. 14-7 your score here from Whirlwind Stadium. Enjoy the bands here at halftime. We're going to be back with the second half of action. You're watching OHSAA football right here on South 60 Films.
How did they just not cancel their season? Yeah. Such a wild one.
Yeah.
Huh?
Last practice before tomorrow.
He said he's starting to respond to things. He's not the way he's talking. He can move his fingers and ask him questions.
It almost died?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, I think it was when they got back from the John Woo game and he was driving home from school to his house.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please direct your attention across the field and welcome the 2025 Meadowbrook Colts Marching Band. The Colts Marching Band is under the direction of Mr. Ricky Harvey. Band staff includes Assistant Director Jennifer Dolly, Percussion Instructor Mike Ferguson, Front Ensemble Instructor Mike Loomis, and Color Guard Instructor Alex Davis. The band is led onto the field by Field Commander Elena Farrell.
All over the
The Colts Marching Band is proud to present their 2025 show, Angels and Demons. Featured soloists include Corey Mashew, Riley Hutchinson, Annabelle Calvert, Hannah Williams, and Zeta Scott. Now kindly sit back and get ready for the Meadowbrook Colts Marching Band and their show, Angels and Demons.
Dad's like, I got like 40 gloves from Frito.
Yeah. Got a Sprout in Indiana, just stock shelf.
There's a Frito shop.
follow wins that game on.
Okay. We don't know.
Tomorrow, the Colts Marching Band will be performing at the OPA State Marching Band Finals at Hilliard Bradley High School. The band will be performing at 2 p.m.
28
We would like to wish Mr. Reese and the West Muskingum High School Marching Band best wishes as they close out
like,
their 2025
it's probably
marching
not
season.
5. No. So then I went and Story Rivals had tweeted 8-0 at the end of the first. So we're like, we'll go with this until we find something else.
Yeah.
Because Score Stream is just any fans can put the score in. So
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
I didn't think that's how it worked.
The New Lex Sheridan game, there was a lot of back and forth. Sheridan got a field goal. Then New Lex scored. Kickoff after trying New Lex scored, Sheridan runs it back.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
So that score's a little deceiving.
Yeah.
Offensive touchdown for sure.
Right. It's been very defensive.
I've been there for that game. Sheridan New Lex Week 10 game a couple of different times. It's madness.
So we did it, what, year 2021? It would have been New Lex won the small school, Sheridan won the big school. And I'm telling you, you know Sheridan seating. You know, have all that room.
Ladies and gentlemen, we direct your attention to the near sideline. The 2025 edition of the Tornado Marching Band is now entering the field. They're in their 40th season under the direction of Andrew Reese. The band opens tonight with the #1 hit from 2003 by Beyonce, which also earned a Grammy for Best R&B Song in 2004. Get ready to dance out with Crazy in Love. They joined the world-famous Marching 110 and 16 other marching bands from around the state of Ohio. The band continues tonight with the song they all played at halftime. Here is Lady Gaga's Born This Way. finished our show off tonight with Bon Jovi's first #1 hit in the USA. Off their Slippery Slope, Slippery When Wet album, here is You Give Love a Bad Name.
Half the woman has 106. So, realistically, it's a big pass on that.
There ain't no way. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to second half action here at Whirlwind Stadium. Ted Snyder, Dylan Kearns. Ted, an interesting first half to say the least. You know, Meadowbrook has drove the ball down the field several times, but they shoot themselves in the foot with a couple turnovers. But they're still in this game.
Yeah, I think both teams have to be happy with the position they're at halftime. You mentioned Meadowbrook Colts, 4 turnovers in the first half, and yet they're still only 1 score down.
See Denty Tyson getting into the end zone. That was the first points of the game. Then here, a high pass picked off by Tavin Bennett, the senior, making a play on senior day here. Really set up the Tornado offense, and then that's where they ended up going back to work. And you see it right here again. Little reverse end around that goes to the talented Carter Smith. He scores on that touchdown. And then right to end the half, a great run by Michael Ray, a spin move, spins out of a tackle, then he just burst for 35 more yards and into the end zone. And that's how we got to.
Really seen that really big explosive play from West Muskingum that we typically see at least once, if not several times throughout a game. Colts defense has been fairly good about keeping the ball in front of them, not letting nothing get behind them.
They've gotten home several times in the first half. Let's see how that continues here in the second half. Give goes to Tyson. Tyson, it's about 4 on the first down carry. So second down and 6.
Tackle by Burris. Second down and 6.
Pistol set, 2 receivers to the right side. And they go to Tyson. Tyson, the bruising tailback, fights for extra yards, gets the first, and he's near the 50.
Yeah, he bounced off a tackler, was driven back about a yard, but kept his balance and was able to gain an additional 6 or 7 yards after that contact, easily moving the chains. You see it again right here. He's hit hard right there and pushed back, you can see, but maintains his balance, runs forward.
They go right back to him again. He's got some space to the right, and he just leans forward. Loves getting yards.
He's running with a rejuvenated purpose here in the third quarter, is Tyson. He got bad intentions right there, does Dente Tyson.
So second down and 5 now. Could be a good time to take a shot with some play action here. Pistol formation again. Instead, they'll give right back to Tyson. This time, I think he might be short of the first down.
I love the play calling by Brownrigg to open this second half, though. And we're just going to turn around and hand it off and try to out-execute you at the point of attack. Still a little surprised we're not seeing Amari Harris sprinkled in at running back a little bit throughout these games. We didn't see him at all last week.
Tyson with some speed. Again, he's got the first down.
I think the football was on the ground. Let's see.
And it is, and he turns it over. So Meadowbrook with a big stand defensively, poking that one loose. And we saw it a week ago, Tyson putting the ball on the ground twice.
Yeah, he put it on the ground twice, but they were able to fall on one of them, so only one of those 2 was lost fumble a week ago. But this first of the night here is going to result in a turnover for the Tornadoes. This Meadowbrook Colts team had a lot of energy after recovering that fumble. Let's see what they come out with offensively.
You know, I noticed something on that drive. I don't know if he's done it all game. I haven't really checked all game, but last week he had gloves on. This week, no gloves. So maybe that was a switch that he had during the week, maybe for better ball security, but right there coughs it up. And here comes this Meadowbrook offense. They scored on their last offensive possession. It was a big 40-yard run from the quarterback, Ray, and he will call his own number again here. And he put it on the ground.
It's Carter Smith, I think, with the hit that dislodged the football. Meadowbrook able to fall on back on top of that one. Get another look right here. Let's see. It is Carter Smith indeed, the first on the scene. And he was able to jar that football loose. Nevertheless, it's going to be a loss of yardage on the play. It negates that first down run from Ray.
Now it really makes you think who Vaselined the footballs during the halftime break. They got 2nd down and 10, so they didn't lose much. And here is a carry for Black. He's got about the 34 or 35.
So 2 hands on the football there for Black, as several Tornado hands were reaching in, trying to strip that thing away.
Majors and McConnell on the tackle.
3rd down and 3 now. Temperatures dropped probably another 5 degrees, maybe 10 since kickoff.
Yeah, it's certainly week 10 weather. We got it.
So he will motion Lappert, and we'll turn around and give to Black. And Black, with that second effort's got enough for the 1st down.
Both these teams playing with a lot of energy here to open this 3rd quarter.
We mentioned off the top of the broadcast, only one of these teams can finish the year 500. Both very even statistically throughout the year.
And after 3 consecutive trips to the postseason, the Tornadoes will not participate this year. So it's very nice to see them out here giving this kind of effort, even though there is no week 11 for them this year.
There's Black. Black has a little bit of space. Black bringing along a defender with him past the 40 as he brings Dollings. And now they're going fast, catching him with a little bit of tempo here.
37, 1st down, Meadowbrook.
The Colts yet to attempt a pass here on this drive, exclusively going to the ground game.
Both teams, we haven't seen it through the air at all. And here is Ray, and he is brought down about the 38. Great pursuit there by Carter Smith.
You're going to see Smith come flying in, number 1 right here. Not fair for a kid that size to be that fast, my friend. He covers ground very quickly. A lot of fun to watch him play basketball. You can really see his athleticism when you're up close without the pads. His speed, his jumping ability.
And we've seen a little fair dose of Black.
That's
here's
gonna
Farrell.
Personal foul. This is going to be on Meadowbrook, number 2, which is Aiden Farrell. Just simply shoved the Tornado right in front of the official.
So Farrell has put the ball on the ground, and now he cost his team a big penalty with a personal foul.
He just gets up and shoves him to the ground. You cannot do that. And that's a drive killer right there, Dylan. A 15-yard penalty, dead ball variety after the play had ended, so that down will count. 3rd and 23 now.
Yeah, he's on the sideline now with the iPad. As the whistle blows, and I think it's a false start. It'll move him back even more.
Tell you, just a few minutes ago, this drive looked very promising, but again, the Colts shooting themselves in the foot. If it's not turnovers, it's been penalties.
I mean, I think you could say, just from the eye test, that Meadowbrook has outplayed West Muskingum, maybe just by a little. I think it's pretty even in terms of what they've been on the field. Yep. But Meadowbrook, it's these self-inflicted wounds that we consistently see.
I think when you talk about explosive plays and big chunk plays, Meadowbrook's got the edge there. They're committing penalties and they're turning the football over.
So here's Ray taking the snap, fires out left, and it's a high pass. It's tipped up in the air and picked off. Dollings intercepts it. He's got it about the 37-yard line, and he's shoved down.
Well, that's going to be
yeah, it's on Dollings.
I think that's going to be a personal foul on Carter Smith. Maybe we'll get another look at it. We can see the number.
Lowry was pushed down after the play.
Yet same situation as we just saw for the Colts. The play was over. It was a dead ball situation, and Carter Smith Just a little bit frustrated in that moment. Let's get another look here. Ohio Educational Credit Union replay. So once the play comes to an end, I think you'll see Smith right there. Yep, Carter Smith shoved Braden Lowry to the ground.
They've been having some battles out there. Yeah. I mentioned one-on-one. It's literally one-on-one. We see Lowry and Smith, both when one's on offense, the other's on defense. So they've been battling out there. This is exactly what you love to see, though. You mentioned, like, going all out in your final game of the year. Both teams playing for pride out here. They're playing hard. Smith brought down.
Carter Smith able to gain a few yards on the first down play. Give him 2 yards. 2nd and 8. They have yet to get the ball in the hands of Braxton Brownrigg tonight.
Yeah. Usually a focal point on their offense. Here's a roll out left. Stops on a dime, fires, passes, caught.
Wow.
That's a great catch there by Ashton Ansel.
Yeah, Ansel able to maintain control through contact. And he took a lick right there. Great concentration from Ansel.
Yeah, you mentioned Brownwood. The only touch he had was on a little jet sweep pass by Carter Smith earlier in the first quarter. So
they targeted him once in the first half down the middle, and the pass was dislodged by Michael Ray. And they haven't went back to him.
3rd down and 3. Morrison rolling right. Fires. Incomplete. He was trying to go to Tavin Bennett, 2nd time in a row. The pass has been low. Bennett's another name we haven't said much tonight. So
he had the big interception, but offensively he's been a little quiet here tonight.
I think that shows right here just how strong this Meadowbrook defense is. They've been able to get home with the sacks a couple times, but really the DB showing up.
Yeah, it really opened my eyes a few weeks ago when they defeated a really good John Glenn team handily. I think it was 41-14, if memory serves me correct, and I think that kind of awakened their spirits.
And there is a big error as the snap to Carter Smith. He had his knee on the ground when he fielded it.
Oh, wow.
So that's as good as a kneel down at the 20. Maybe we'll get another look here. And we will.
Yes, he
fielded it right there.
Yeah, you don't have to be contacted in high school football. If your knee touches, you are down, considered down. Wow.
So the ball is inside the red zone now for the Colts.
This game keeps taking some unexpected twists and turns.
Yeah, you're on a roller coaster in the dark. Don't know where it's going, but it's fun.
It's neither team executing at a high level, but the game is still very entertaining, and either team still has a chance to win this one.
And now more laundry. False start on the offense will move them back 5.
False start against the offense. 5-yard penalty remains 1st down.
So we mentioned these two teams are pretty pass heavy in terms of what they do well. But this, you mentioned this, the 3rd quarter so far, a lot of run plays, and you look at the clock, there's only 5 minutes to go here in this 3rd quarter. So outside of a couple official stoppages, there hasn't been much in terms of incomplete passes or anything like that. So 1st down and 15, pistol set now for the Colts. Turn around and give to Black. Black. It's a pretty good gain on 1st down. Back beyond where the initial line was. Maybe it's a 2nd down and 8. And 2nd and 10, so he got 5 there.
2nd down and 10.
Most likely 4 down territory for the Colts down here inside the red zone.
Ray taking it himself, and he is hit hard. Ray's been taking some shots. He's come up gingerly a few times.
McKenzie and Caden Lowe.
So now 3rd down and 8.
It's 3rd down.
Ray fires right, looking for his intended target, Cedar, and it's incomplete.
He nearly
just underthrew it.
Nearly came up with that catch. Give another look right here. Well defended right there by Braxton Brownrigg. Still nearly able to complete that pass.
Broken up by Braxton Brownrigg. 4th down.
So now a big 4th down and 8. Ray takes the snap. Dances around. QB spy on it. It's intercepted. Picked off by Braxton Brownrigg. He's going down the sideline with speed. He's going to go all the way. A pick 6 to the house.
Braxton Brownrigg somehow, some way is going to put his stamp on this football game, my friend. Pick 6. That's going to be about a 90-yard run after the interception for Braxton Brownrigg. We're going to get another look right here as the ball overthrown right into the waiting arms of Braxton Brownrigg. And once he cleared those first couple Colts, he was in the wide open. And there's nobody going to catch 15.
So the 3rd interception of the game from quarterback Michael Ray. That's the 6th Meadowbrook turnover here. And we're still in the 3rd quarter. But you look up at the scoreboard and they're still in the game. So 6 turnovers and you're still only trailed by 13 as of right now. Silas Kuhn looks to add the PAT.
6 turnovers in 2.5 quarters.
Right.
We're not even into the 4th quarter yet.
Kuhn's kick is good, so 21-7 our score. Something tells me these Colts aren't going to go away, despite interceptions on every drive so far in the second half. So I think I just heard the West End crowd say, "Thank you, Michael."
Yeah.
That's a crazy chant. Quarterback Michael Ray throwing that interception. Knowledgeable fan.
Yeah, that's right.
There.
But this one far from over. You want to count your chickens before they hatch. You have to play this one out till there's zeros on the clock.
Silas Kuhn in kick formation.
Kuhn with a deep boot. That'll be fielded about the 5-yard line. And there's some space to the outside. Here comes Aiden Farrell. And he steps out about the 35 or 36-yard line.
That was Silas Kuhn, the kicker.
Yeah.
The kicker making the stop. Silas Kuhn rarely gets that kind of opportunity. And he took a great angle and made a great play on the return man. You know, if he would have got past Kuhn, only Carter Smith was deeper ready to make that play. There wasn't another tornado behind Carter Smith, so great play by Kuhn. Kickers kind of relish that opportunity sometimes.
Yeah.
And they rarely get a chance to lay a hit on somebody.
You got to feel like it's his last game, you know. He's got to enjoy it. And this is a handoff blown up in the backfield.
That's McManaway.
McManaway.
He lost yardage, several yards on that play.
His 4th touch of the game.
He had a big defensive sack in the first quarter in the opening moments of this game that kind of set the tone, or at least looked to set the tone at the time.
Quick pass. Just caught about the 40. Stopping on a dime and being tackled is Burris.
Pass complete to Burris. Brought down by Dollins.
It's a nice game offensively tonight, has Jacob Burris. Lowry's been kind of quiet since that first quarter. Made several catches.
They go back to McManaway. And he's brought down. He's not going to have enough for the first.
Looks like Coach Steve Norman leaving his offense out there on the field. 4th down and 2 from their own 47-yard line, 43-yard line rather.
And calling his own number. There goes the quarterback, Ray. That's the 6th time he's picked up a first down with his legs in this ball game.
Yeah, no hesitation. Got the snap, ran straight forward into the A-gap, picked up the necessary yardage. Quickest way between point A and point B is a straight line, my friend.
All they needed was 2. We got a little bit more than that. So now first down and 10 from the 50. Ray, all day to throw. Fires right, pass caught, and there is Bentley Seedor.
See that? What a great hands catch. Watch this catch right here in these weather conditions. Just great snag right out of the air with his hands. Colts going a little tempo here.
They will give it to McManaway. And he'll get about 2 or 3 there.
McManaway on the carry. Brought down by Smith, McConnell, and McKenzie.
You know, we haven't seen Aiden Farrell outside of the kick special teams. Once he had that personal foul, he hadn't been on the field offensively. Quick screen pass out left. There is the aforementioned Lowry.
Yeah, caught several passes in the opening quarter. Been stymied ever since. There's a nice little connection there. Almost gains first down yardage, 3rd and short. Call it 1.
Will Smalley checks into the ball game. Haven't called his name yet. He's the tailback to the left of Ray here on this 3rd and 1. And they're going to give it to Smalley. Smalley with a little bit of burst. He shakes off a defender and he's got a first down. Welcome to the ball game, Will Smalley. Gets him inside the red zone.
Fresh legs come into the game against a tired Tornado defense. Spent a lot of time on the field tonight.
They go right back to, or no, it's a quarterback keeper on the option. And a flag is down.
Early on the play.
Curious to see what this call is. It looks like it's going to be a hold. It is against Meadowbrook.
Holding on the defense. The back judge was able to see that one. So that'll move him back 10.
Every time they have a sustained drive, they either
things are looking good, and you're like, ooh.
They either commit a turnover or have a costly penalty just like that.
We'll see it again right here. The Ohio Educational Credit Union replay.
1st and 20. 1st and 27.
It's not really much there that I saw.
From the 25-yard line.
Likely going to be I don't know if we're going to get another snap here in this quarter. It doesn't look like it.
Yeah, this will do it.
That is the end of the 3rd quarter. Your score, Meadowbrook 7.
So the Tornadoes add another 7 points here in the 3rd quarter. They go up 21-7. That's our score after 3. Meadowbrook driving, but the holding call sets them back just a little bit as they will be able to attack on first down on the other side of the field when we come back with the 4th quarter. 21-7 your score after 3. We'll be back 4th quarter action. You're watching OHSAA football right here on South 60 Films. We welcome you back here on a 1st and 20 for the Colts. And they will give to Smalley. No running room there.
Smalley on the carry.
He's hit right at the line.
Brought down by Preston Farrell.
So we've seen a handful of fumbles from Farrell, Black. You know, a personal foul. They just bench both running backs. It's what it looks like here. You've seen McMahon away. You've seen, you know, Smalley now with a couple big runs. I mean, if you got the depth, both running backs look good, so. Sort of been the theme here. 10 seconds on the play clock. Ray at a shotgun. Pressure. Steps back, and he's going to have to get rid of this ball. And it does get back to the line.
You know, West Muskingum fans want a grounding call there, but he worked his way out of the pocket, but then kind of backtracked back into the pocket. So.
And they're going to throw the flag.
Yeah, and where he released that ball from was not technically out of the tackle box. He was still in the pocket. They're having a long discussion here. But if this is grounding, this is going to be loss of down, and the ball's going to be marked at the spot of the foul, and that's what it is. It's intentional grounding is going to be loss of down. That's a devastating penalty for the Colts.
It's one of those crooked numbers on a down and distance here. 3rd and 38. If they get 43, they have a touchdown. Here on 3rd down, Ray steps up. Able to dodge a sack. This Ray kid showing his toughness at the quarterback position as he takes another shot.
And we have several players down on the turf.
Carter Smith, one of those, he just pops back up.
That was a hard collision between Ray and a couple of tornadoes downfield, and one of those tornadoes still on the ground. Can't make out the number.
That was a hard collision on that tackle.
He gained about.
Yeah, it's been a physical game in the middle of the field.
He gained about 9, so I would say.
Working on the right leg of whoever it is down on the turf. Appears to be more than just cramping. This looks like something he's probably going to have to come out of the game for at least. Really like the same. They're moving the leg now, so that's a positive sign.
We're going to go ahead and step aside as we continue to work on the attended player down on the field. So it was Cooper McKenzie, the injured player that was being attended to. So now a big 4th down and 29. Or 4th and 27, rather.
I guess down 2 scores.
Might as well try
Yeah,
it.
might as well give it a shot.
So Michael Ray takes the snap. Loads it up deep right. He's trying to go to his receiver. He was trying to get it there to Cedar, but it falls incomplete. He almost had that touchdown.
He sure did. He couldn't have thrown this football any better. Watch this throw. He gave his receiver every opportunity to catch this ball, even with blanket coverage. He just dislodged when he hit the ground.
Yeah, he had initial possession, it looks like, right there on the replay, but as he fell to the ground, the ball was punched out, so great defense there. Now, Meadowbrook needs a stop.
I expect the Tornadoes to be run heavy here with under 11 to play in the game.
There's Tyson. Tyson brought down.
I think Coach Brownrigg just wants to keep this clock in motion and end this campaign with a 5-5 record. You know, they were 1-3 after week 4 were the Tornadoes, so to bring it back to 5-5 is definitely a small victory for the program.
Morrison looks left off the hands of Bennett. Still without a catch in this game. All 3 targets have been incomplete. That one right off his hands. So his one catch came on defense.
Yeah, Brownrigg and Bennett both have an interception in this game, but neither have a catch offensively.
Definitely not on our bingo card before we came in here. So a big down and distance here, 3rd and 7. Meadowbrook trying to get a stop. They've gotten home several times here in this ball game. They bring pressure. Morrison rolling out right. He's got running room if he wants it. Instead, he's going to direct traffic downfield, and the pass is incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Miles Wakefield.
He got his hands on the football, just was not able to secure it.
Tell you what, Lowry almost got that too.
It was a defender in the area. Lowry was lurking, trying to make the interception. One thing about Morrison that I've noticed is anytime on his rollouts, he's always keeping his eyes downfield. He never tucks the ball and commits to the run early. He always leaves the option open to throw downfield. And for a young quarterback, that's pretty good instincts.
Another good putt from Carter Smith. What can't that kid do? As that one's pinned at the 29.
Down at the 29-yard line by Hayden Roberts.
We want to remind you tonight's broadcast brought to you by Kokonis Furniture and Mattress First, always making it easier for you to furnish your home. Also, Foxfire Schools, as that ball is thrown out left, pass complete, staying on his feet, and he then stumbles down. Didn't really have the footing there, as that was Blake Lappert. First catch since the first quarter. As I was saying, Foxfire Schools, one of the sponsors here tonight, free public alternative education, serving grades K through 12. So 2nd down and 3 now. Just under 10 minutes to play. Still some time if they're able to get a score. Ray steps up, fires across the middle. Pass incomplete, and there's a flag for pass interference.
Yeah, Tavin Bennett arrived just a hair early. I think it's a good call.
Yeah. The fans don't like it, but that was clear-cut pass interference or illegal contact, whatever you want to call.
Another look right here. It wasn't much, but it certainly was before the ball arrived. The contact between Bennett and Burris.
So that'll move it into West Em territory. Ray just gets rid of that one, and we'll say it's incomplete.
Yeah, that ball slipped out of his hand. It's a good thing it went forward a couple of yards. And that would have been a live ball on the ground yet again, up for grabs.
They're going to talk about this. His arm was going forward, but it did look like it slipped.
Yeah, the ball went out of bounds, so it's going to be Meadowbrook possession regardless. The only thing could be if it was called a fumble, it would have been moved back to the original line of scrimmage because you can't gain yardage on an offensive fumble. It always goes back to the spot of the fumble.
So 2nd down and 10. Ray checks this one down across the middle, and Cedar brought out of bounds.
Tell you what, he has some sure-handed receivers. does Michael Ray to throw to. Not only Lowry and Cedar, but Burris as well. See, Lowry will be a graduate, but Cedar will return along with Michael Ray next year.
Definitely a duo to watch out for in the MVL. 3rd down and 3. This pass caught by Lowry. And be curious to see where they mark it. They're going to say short. There's a look at the replay. The forward progress wasn't enough.
Coach Nate Brownrigg got the timeout as Colts were trying to catch the Tornadoes with 12 men on the field again. Coach Brownrigg recognized the situation and promptly got the timeout called. 4th and 1 here. Your defense could essentially all but end the game here with a stop. You retake possession with under 9 minutes to play and a 2-possession lead. I think you like your chances from there. Anytime it's been 3rd or 4th and short yardage situation, they kind of went to Ray and just told him to go get it with your legs.
Yeah.
So if I were the Tornadoes, I would be heavy in the A-gaps, expecting Michael Ray to take this shotgun snap and run straight downhill.
I mean, he's done it 6 times.
Yeah.
I think after 2 or 3, you can call it a tendency. Yeah. This is just a given, what they want to do here. Two lead blockers, and there goes Ray on the carry, and he's got the 1st down, and he stays on his feet, and he's still moving down the sidelines before he's brought down. A big hit as they throw the quarterback to the ground about the 20-yard line.
Nice gain on 4th and 1 from Ray. That moves the football all the way down to the Tornado 20-yard line, 21-yard line.
You can see why he's their leading rusher.
Yeah.
As there is a carry for Black. First time we've called his name in about 2 drives.
Black on the carry. Official timeout for injury. Preston Farrell on the tackle.
Wow. No, 8-11.
So 2nd down and 9. Ray with a pump fake, trying to throw one up for the end zone. It is picked off by Brownrigg. Interception number 4 by Michael Ray, as it's been an entourage of turnovers
and
here in this one.
The 2nd pick of the game for Braxton Brownrigg, making his final game in a Tornado uniform a memorable one. Played a lot of football games in that uniform, 40-plus games, counting the postseason games they've been involved in. A lot of experience from Braxton Brownrigg. He will be sorely missed next year.
The play resumes. West Muskingum 1st and 10 on their own.
So here come the Tornadoes. 8 minutes remaining. They got a 2-score lead. Again, Meadowbrook's still not out of this ball game. They get a couple stops. You never know what can happen.
Yeah,
Denty Tyson.
They just keep playing hard.
Tyson on the carry.
It's a never quit attitude from this Colt squad. You know, not so long ago, you know, talking 5, 6, 7 years ago, these Colts had a stretch where they were the dominant team in the small school division. And it was only in recent years that New Lex and West have kind of alternated taking that crown.
Morrison throws out left. Pass caught. And that's enough for the first. There's Tavin Bennett.
His first catch.
Yeah, first catch of the ball game for Bennett comes with 7 minutes here in the 4th.
Tavin Bennett, one of the seniors who also playing his last game in a Tornado uniform.
Tyson. There's some great burst.
Yeah.
I think he's got enough for the first. If not, it'll just be short by about a yard maybe.
I love the fact he's not letting these fumbles in recent games tonight and last week affect his ability to run the football and play hard. And also Nate Brownrigg not to give up on the kid.
Right.
You know, he put it on the ground twice a week ago, once tonight. But just a sophomore, you got to stick with him because he's your future.
Second down and a yard. Tyson again got the first.
Dante Tyson to the Meadowbrook 47-yard line, and that's another Tornado.
So that'll move the chains, and more importantly for the Tornadoes, it'll move the clock.
Yep, fresh set of downs. Almost down to 6 minutes remaining in this one, so going to be able to burn at least a couple more minutes off this clock, even if you don't get another first down.
Great pressure there into the backfield, but Tyson still able to get about 2 or 3 on that one.
The Tornadoes snapped the ball with about 8 or 9 seconds remaining on the play clock there. A little surprised they're not bleeding it completely down.
Yeah.
You're really asking your offensive line to stay put so long when you bleed that play clock for all 35 seconds.
Brownrigg calls his own number from the quarterback spot. He's across the 20 before he is brought down. So there's the biggest offensive play for Brownrigg.
Little wildcat look from the Tornadoes. Snapped it right to Brownrigg, and
there is a flag down in the backfield.
it looks a lot like the offense they opened the season with week 1 right here against Lakewood, where Brownrigg was the quarterback that night. We didn't see Noah Morrison, but it was a lot of that, a lot of wildcat runs from Brownrigg. He's just so dynamic in the open field with his legs.
You see a Tornado pick up the flag. Trying to pick that one up is Preston Farrell. He says, "We don't need that flag. I didn't hold him."
So we got a clipping violation against the offense. Been a long time since I've heard that penalty called, clipping.
Yeah.
Which is essentially a block in the back of the legs.
Yeah.
in layman's terms.
Little tabletop.
Yeah. That's going to move it way back Tornadoes thought they had a big gainer down inside the 20. And that's how this game's gone. Teams make a big play and shoot themselves in the foot with a penalty or a turnover and give the other team life. Then you return the favor. And that's just how it's been tonight, back and forth.
So Brownrigg staying in the game at quarterback. And he'll give to Tyson. Now Tyson running hard to the outside. He's brought down about the 44-yard line. And I think now Nate Brownrigg is giving his son some quarterback snaps.
Yep.
You know, this is his son. Obviously, he wants to be the quarterback. He sat behind Jake Anton for most of his career. And then his senior year, he gets the chance to start at quarterback. And then Coach Brownrigg sees the situation like, gosh, you're so dynamic offensively. We need you in a different area. So obviously quarterback's in his blood. He came up playing that. He's been as a freshman with the reps that he got there. So it's really cool to see him get a couple totes there and see they're working the ball to him as well here.
Yeah, I got to think this is intentional, my friend. I agree with you. And I have no problem with it at all. I have the utmost respect and admiration for Nate Brownrigg. He's just an outstanding football coach. Not only does he teach these young men the game of football, he molds these young men into being better people, and that's a fact. You can see it when his players leave high school.
And then even giving Tavin Bennett a target. Like, this drive is scripted in ways that he's getting his seniors the ball for the final time here at home. Just over 4 minutes to go. 2-score lead. Out in the Battle of Perry County, Sheridan over New Lex 24-14. It's now 30-14 we're hearing, so another score for Sheridan, pouring it on over the New Lexington Panthers.
Maybe a bit of a shocker there, but that's going to secure a playoff berth for Sheridan and possibly even a home game. Let's see how it shakes out. But with that loss, New Lex still will finish at worst third in the region and will get a bye. That's the worst they could have fallen, was the third, even with a loss. So you see there, Sheridan was the team with much more to play for tonight. Yeah. Much more on the line for them than there was New Lexington. And we saw that Sheridan team a few weeks ago at Philo, and they possess one of the best running backs I've seen in a while.
Yeah.
And Logan Russell, he's a handful. 6'2", 195. Speed and power in one package.
So right here, 4th and 3 there, jumps off side and gives them an automatic first down. I mean, still with 4 minutes, it could have been a big turnover to give you another shot on offense. As now Tyson hit just after a yard or so. And now we're seeing Bentley Seedor coming off holding his arm. It's over 3:30 to play. And this is going to be Carter Smith on an end around. He scored a touchdown on that play earlier in the game. And this time sniffed out by this Colt defense.
West Muskingum just wants to bleed this clock. 3rd down and 9 coming up. Just ready to go under 3 minutes to play. The score probably is going to look a little different than many would expect. You're probably expecting these teams to light up the scoreboard here tonight, and that hasn't been the case.
Morrison going to throw it deep. That's going to be, oh, it was nearly intercepted. I thought that ball was up there a while. It was almost picked by Brendan Stewart.
Yeah, I'm not sure that ball didn't slip a little out of his hand on release. You can see the wobbly motion of the football. It just didn't look right.
How do you want me to do this?
So 4th down. Coach Brownrigg just keeping the Colts in the game here. You know, it's a punt here. 4th and 9, 2:36. Crazier things have happened. They do have 2 timeouts. Dynamic return man in Farrell. And that's going to take a Meadowbrook bounce. It'll be about the 20-yard line. So Cedar got his arm checked out, but he's going to come back into the ball game. They need him on this drive. Dare I say, last hope effort here from Meadowbrook. So they need some quick strikes and get the onside kick. A lot to ask for, but you never know.
Hate it. Barrel.
So Ray rolling out right. He's got time to throw, and he will throw incomplete. He's trying to get it to Jacob Burris.
2nd down and 10.
West Muskingum expecting pass all the way and having 2 deep safeties, and the corners really giving big cushions on the line of scrimmage to these receivers. So very conscious keeping the ball in front of them, not letting anything get behind them.
Quick throw out to Lowry. He'll do a little flea flicker action. How about this? And the ball's on the ground for a 3rd time by Aiden Farrell. I think he's got to wipe some stuff off his arms. Just slipping through the hands.
Yeah, I think that was his first offensive snap since he put the last one on the ground. It was a
Nice.
good, well-designed little hook and ladder play.
And quick little throw across the middle. Block. It's a 1st down.
Yeah, so they've gained about 25 yards in 25 seconds.
Clock stops at 1:59 after going out of bounds.
They started this drive at 2:27, so they've only used 28 seconds of this clock, and they're all the way up to the 42-yard line.
Rolling left. Ray. Now he's going back right. And he's got a receiver. There's a holding call. It's coming back. Flag down. Anytime you move the line like that, you can definitely see for holding. And that'll move him back 10.
Holding against the offense.
Yeah, and that might be the one penalty that they could not overcome. As time is a big factor, and now they're moving backwards in the wrong direction.
10-yard penalty moves the ball back to the 32-yard line, making it 1st and 20.
They're going to have to throw the short routes and rely on the receivers to gain yards after the catch.
Now he's being chased out of the pocket. And he'll go out about the 37. Not much time ticked off the clock there. Still at 1:36. You almost got to scheme something up and get the ball into the hands of your quarterback, which is crazy because he takes a snap every time, but maybe one of those trickeration passes or something. He's dynamic. This throw across the middle dropped by Burris. A high throw. Would have been an impossible catch if he made that play. And now he's holding his wrist. Burris in clear distress.
Official timeout for injury.
Yeah, this cold weather is not kind when you're talking about collisions and impacts. They always seem to sting and hurt a little bit more when the weather is bitter cold like this. You know, it was under 50 degrees when we arrived prior to 7 o'clock, and I feel the temperature's probably down in the mid to low 30s at this point.
See, Burris is frustrated on the sideline. Senior, this is his last game. Could be his last drive. He tried the hook and ladder again to Farrell. Did not work. Pass fell to the ground. It was going to Lappert.
And that was a failed 4th down attempt. We'll give possession back to the Tornadoes, and that's probably going to do it here. I know the Colts have 2 timeouts remaining, but I don't think that's going to be enough to overcome this deficit with the time remaining.
Anytime you turn the ball over 7 times, you can't expect to win too many games. So 1:26 remaining here.
It is 1:26.
Brownrigg in at quarterback. Designed run left. Tackled inside the 35-yard line.
And I was wondering if okay. Coach Steve Norman of Meadowbrook called that timeout. The initial indication was West Muskingum called that timeout. Steve Norman calls one of his 2 remaining.
Should be. Every time the scoreboard's off, you say what's going on. It's wrong.
So by the looks of it, West Em going to improve to 5-5. Stay right at 500. For Coach Brownrigg, that's several consecutive seasons.
Yeah.
Over 5 or at or above 500.
I'm not sure that's what they had in mind before the season started, but you know, as the season started to unfold, they had to make the best of it.
Brownrigg again, running right, and he's going to dive forward.
Braxton Brownrigg on the carry.
Looks like that's going to be a chain mover. We'll wait and see, but looked like he got plenty for that 1st down.
I don't know.
Now they're going to mark him short. 3rd and 1.
3rd down and 1. And now they'll call timeout with 40 seconds remaining.
Their final timeout of the game.
So 5 straight years now for Coach Brownrigg above or at 500. So without a losing record in 5 years, it's pretty impressive.
It was just 3 years ago when Jake Anton was a sophomore and Rashid Cisse was a junior during that season that West Muskingum secured their first ever playoff win. So,
yeah,
I mean,
very impressive win too. That was
on the road at Fairland.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much the longest trip you could make in this region from Zanesville to Fairland. And they went down there and beat them on their home field, and that kind of set the tone for the following couple years for this program. But a lot of those players were core players that had been along for those seasons.
So West Em finishes the season with a win. For Meadowbrook, still positive, like 3 straight wins heading into tonight. played a competitive game here against West Em, and definitely something to strive forward to next year. You still have a lot of returning players, including the quarterback Michael Ray that we saw make some plays tonight, and of course the talented Bentley Seedor. So definitely something to build on with both of these programs, some youth in there, and we will see how things fare going forward. But this will mark the end of the year for both of these teams. Neither will be heading to the postseason, so this will do it. Final score here from Whirlwind Stadium, 21-7 is the final. We'll be back wrapping things up with our final regular season post-game show. You're watching OHSAA football right here on South 60 Films. Welcome back into the broadcast booth. Ted Snyder, Dylan Kearns. Ted, the second half, a little bit different. It was only one score that we saw, and it was on defense. So just an interesting game here tonight where we saw a 21-7 final. Meadowbrook was right there. At points, they looked like the better team in this game, but 7 turnovers. Really hard to win when you do that.
Yeah, both teams shot themselves in the foot when you're talking about penalties, but those turnovers committed by Meadowbrook were the difference in this game, as you mentioned that one of them in the second half resulted in the only score.
That was one right there. That went straight to Tavin Bennett. That was the first interception of the game from the quarterback Michael Ray. And that set up the Tornadoes into positive field position. And right there you see it, Tyson finding the end zone. And that opened the scoring. And then here, little reverse play. Carter Smith gets out in space. He finds pay dirt. And then next thing you know, you look up and it's 14-0 Tornadoes. So things are looking their way, and then you see this big run by the quarterback Ray to end the first half. A spin move, jukes out of a tackle, and goes 30 more yards to the house. Big play from the junior quarterback of the Colts. And then you think, okay, momentum. Potentially tying the game up here at 14. The pass goes deep into the end zone, picked off near the 5 by Braxton Brownrigg, and it's daylight after that. He goes all the way to the house for the pick-6 score. The senior, coach of the Sun, takes it to the house one final time here in front of this home crowd. So, you know, like I mentioned, the turnovers were a big factor in this game, but both teams played pretty well defensively. We saw Meadowbrook get home with a couple big sacks in the first half. So it was a defensive slugfest in terms of that, but also some penalties that were up in the air. So a lot to look forward to in this game. Just a lot of moving parts with turnovers, penalties, and that's why we got our 21-7 score here tonight.
Yeah, I think if you asked Nate Brownrigg, he would probably say it wasn't the prettiest and it wasn't how we drew it up, but we got the W on senior night, and we're going to finish the season 5-5. And I know this season hasn't shaked out the way they probably envisioned prior to the season, but they still have a lot to focus on and look forward to next year.
They do, and so do Meadowbrook. You know, you look over on that side. You look over the quarterback, Ray, only a junior. He's going into his senior year. Seedor all over the field tonight, defensively and as a wide receiver. So he's a big playmaker as well. Yep. So Meadowbrook, they always seem, we talked about it before the broadcast, they always seem to have skill positions.
Yes.
Wide receivers, running back, just shifty players that get open in space and make good plays. So definitely something they look to build on heading into next year. 4-6, but they finished 3-1 to end the year.
Absolutely, I agree. They have some really good pieces to build around for next year. I was really impressed with Michael Ray, so definitely someone to keep an eye on next year.
Yeah, for sure. So that'll wrap things up here. Final score 21-7 at Whirlwind Stadium. Both of these teams, their season ends tonight. Season doesn't end tonight. We got playoff coverage coming up next week. It's still to be determined where we will be and what game we will be at with what we have going for you right here on South 60. But that's where you will catch all of the action the rest of the year. So for Ted Snyder, Dylan Kearns with you. This will do it here. You've been watching OHSAA High School Football right here on South 60 Films.